guys, welcome back. So I've just got another wee tutorial video here for you today, making these sliding pockets. So they're super simple, and I just thought that it was a fun idea. I just came up with it while I was having breakfast this morning, and I don't know if anyone else has done something like this. They probably have, but I haven't seen anything like this before, not quite like this. And it's just a simple sliding pocket. All I've done is I've made a pocket and used some ribbon as the slider, and it's simple as that. So you can tuck your pieces of ephemera in here, and I just think that's a really fun idea to have that kind of movement element on the page. So I just decided I would make another one of these now for you guys to watch me make it, and so then you can see kind of how I put this together. And I'm going to try a slightly different variation on this. Pretty much the same. I'm still using the matte in the green just because that's what I've got with me right at the moment. And I love these colours. So we're going to go ahead and do that, but it's going to be a slight variation of what I've got here. So I'm just cutting out a piece of this matte. This is like laminated, like topographical mattes. My dad always had these for hunting. He is an avid hunter, and always used to have these. I don't know that people still really have them now, like with cell phones and things like that. I don't know that people need them so much, but what I thought I might do today is make kind of a top loading one rather than side loading. So I thought I would give that a try. And so all I do is fold my paper over like this. I hope I'm in frame. I'll move my journal a bit up to the side there. So we're just folding it in half here to make our pocket. I don't have a bone folder, so I'm using the back of my craft knife. It does a pretty good job, and I'm sorry if I'm wobbling the table around like crazy and you get seasick. I really am sorry. So we've got that there. That's good and folded. So now I'm just going to trim up these edges a little because they're a wee bit wonky. Just get them to look a little bit straighter. And I don't think I want it this wide. So I'm just going to come in a bit and trim it up from both sides and just make a bit of a narrower pocket this time. That one that I had in my book already that I showed you was quite big and a bit cumbersome, and so I think I just want a bit of a narrower pocket, and I'll decide which side I like the best to go up. I think I'll go this way because the words are facing up. So now all I used to close up my pocket was some double-sided tape. Of course you don't have to use double-sided tape. You could use staples. You could use glue. Just because these are laminated, I didn't know that glue would really hold, which is why I went with double-sided tape. You could sew them together, like just however you want to go about making these, you go and do that. You don't have to use these laminated things. You can use just regular scrapbook paper or whatever else. I'm sure all of that would work. I am just using this because I wanted to play around with this laminated map that I found and just, you know, have a go at making some cool things, because I love maps. I love the colours on them, and these just kind of remind me of my dad, and so I like them. So now all I'm going to do is just fold that over and get that double-sided tape sticking down both of the edges, so that it's nice and secured. So now we have our pocket. If I can get it to open, here we go. It's quite tight because of the tape. But there's our pocket. It's quite a snug wee pocket. You wouldn't fit much in there, but nonetheless, that's good. And I think I'm going to trim it just a wee bit more because the tape is quite wide for how large the pocket is. And so I feel like I don't need all of that. So I'll just make it nice and narrow. Make sure that your pocket is going to have enough space to put the ribbon through it so that it holds. This really is a firm little pocket. I don't think I need it to be this tall either. I'm going to just trim it down a bit, make it a real tiny pocket for tiny pieces of ephemera. And so there we go, we have our pocket here. What we're going to do now is I just simply go through and cut a little slit out of the bottom so that we have room to pop the ribbon through. If you are going to make it one that goes through the middle of it like I have here, then you're going to have to cut slits on both sides for it to go through. But because the top is already open, I'm not going to need to cut a slit on there. So now what I'm going to do is I just need to quickly measure, well, I'm just going to grab a bit of ribbon. I know that that's going to be long enough for my journal. And then all I do is find our slit at the bottom and tuck the ribbon in, if I can get it to go in. Here we go, and slide it through. Slide it up and through until I can see it peeking out the top. There we go. Here's our ribbon, just like that. So now I'm going to go through my journal. I'm just going to find another random page that I think that this would work well on. I might use even this page here. It's kind of got that maps feel to it. It's atlas page. I quite like that. So all I'm going to do now is attach my ribbon to the page. And my last one I used a stapler, and I probably will use that again. But you can use honestly whatever you like for this. So I'm just going to use my stapler just simply because I have it here. You could again use glue, you could sew it, you could do whatever. Just whatever suits you and your journal and what you like. So I'm just adding some staples onto the bottom there to get that to hold. I know that my stapler is really going to hold that down well, so I know that I can trust its staying abilities. Right, have I stapled? No, good, I haven't. I thought I'd stapled some pages together there, but that's all good. So now I need to flip my journal over so that I can get over here to staple this side. And I just want it to be quite firm, but not pulling up my paper like this. So I just want it to be sort of, you know, firm enough, but not making funny ripples in my page. And I want to line it up so it's pretty straight. Just add my staples in. You can then go ahead and put something over the top of the staples if you don't like that look. I don't mind the stapled look. I actually quite like it. And here we go. Oh, I'm probably out of frame. We have our sliding pocket. So now what I like about these pockets is if you have journaled all over your page and you don't kind of want to miss out on, like you want to put your pocket on, but you don't want to cover up what you've journaled, then you still can put this over it and then you can slide it so that you can still see what you've journaled. You could use like a strip of acetate instead of a ribbon so that it's all clear, and it can go up and down over the top of that instead of the ribbon so that you could really see all of your journaling. You could also use this as like a secret spot. So like you could put, you know, a little photo underneath here or your journaling, and then when you slide it up, it's there, but then you can also slide it down and cover over that sort of secret spot if that's what you wanted to do. So that's my little tutorial for you guys. Here is where you can pop your little tickets or tags or whatever little pieces of ephemera you would like to stick in there. And that is what I have to show you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and if you have seen somebody else make something similar to this, let me know. I'd love to watch their video if they've got some good ideas for it. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!